Welcome back, peoples. This is episode 7 in my alpha world, and we are on day 33, I think. Uh, Pretty close, I guess. I'll just stick with 33. Um, and I have finally completed the the exterior of this place, besides the roof, which we are going to do today. Um, Lots of developments in this world. So, been working obviously on the house here. It's been going pretty well. Really liking how it's turning out. But fences are going to be necessary at some point, and that will not be added in the next update, which we are updating to today. But as you'll notice, I have put some stairs over here, and I plan on adding the minecart thing that I was planning on adding uh, in this episode. So we are updating to alpha 1.0.16 underscore O2. That is a mouthful. But there are a lot of significant things that are added in between the version we're currently in and the version that I just mentioned. One of those is clay, which will allow me to create these brick roof, this brick roof that I plan on making in around 10 minutes. The other thing, well, one of the other things is that we are getting minecarts with chests, as well as other types of minecart furnaces. Um, so it will be probably a good time to implement the rail down here and finalize some of the work on this mining emporium, as I'm starting to call it. But before we do any of this, I believe I have smelted some glass, and I should probably go collect that. Yes, yes, yes. It sure is glass. Good news is that the big tree is finally almost gone. Um, I've worked for around 2 in-game days on getting this house thing, the exterior finished, and in that time, this has just been decaying ever so slowly. This might not be enough glass. Yeah, just off by like 4 plus probably another 4 that I'm going to implement over here, but it's looking pretty nice, I'd say. The other thing, and one of the other big things that is being added in the update is music. I can finally not have to edit the C418 into my videos. I can finally have it naturally. Hopefully, it will be frequent enough so that it fills the boring space of me talking a little bit. Actually, I desperately need coal right now, so I'm gonna go looking for that. Hoping there's some coal around here. The foundations of this world are built around torches, and I am going to need a lot more. So, uh, coal is probably more valuable to me than diamonds right now, which is kind of ironic considering that diamonds are technically coal. I believe we are going to lose the coordinate mod when we update. Don't really, I'm not really going to need it that much in this episode, so it won't be too big a deal, but um, it still kind of sucks. Here's some coal, finally. Don't believe I've actually properly lit up this area, so fingers crossed we don't get ambushed. Well, there goes one of my coal. Man. What's this? More coal. Hmm, interesting. Hopefully this is the only mining I'll have to do this episode. The only cave mining, that is. Alright, so we've been to this place before. It's good to know. Makes me less unsettled. Haven't been there. Have not been there. Good news is, nothing much behind here, so not too much risk. Oh, what the heck? What? How did... How? How? What the heck just happened? Please tell me I'm gonna survive this. Or not. What the heck just happened? Some, like, phantom lava or something? I think all my items will be fine, but that's so weird. That is so weird. Well, I guess one lesson we can take away from this: always have a water bucket. I'm not actually sure if I had one, so I might have just done a stupid there. Imagine the phantom lava hits us again. I'm gonna be so pissed if that happens. Well, here's our items. Safe and sound. Although the armor did not do much to protect me. Actually, not a terrible time to craft some new armor. Yes, I might need the iron for rails, but let's be honest, we have plenty of that. Just craft 2 of these, the most important ones, and then for later, I guess, if we need anything. I don't need the stone sword. Genuinely curious, though, how did that happen? I was carrying a bucket, but not a bucket of lava. Huh, that is strange. I do have some water over here, so I could probably use that right about now. That actually might come in handy for later, I don't know. We'll see. At any rate, this might be as good a time as ever to think about updating, as soon as we get to the surface at least. Probably should block this off. I think for this area, the stone interior is kind of going to be necessary because of the fact that, well, there's a space over there and there's space over here. So I can't really put any other material that will look natural and not look like dirt because, well, these are the only two materials other than grass that look natural as a wall. Although grass doesn't really look natural as anything in this version. Anyways, enough yapping. Let's get to updating. And here we are on Alpha 1.0.16 underscore O2. That is a mouthful, and there has been actually a lot of things happening between the last version and this version. Not just in terms of additions or features. It has been a week since the recording that I had for the preparation for this version. I'm not even joking. It has been a week, and I have found out a lot of things about my world. One of them is that I completely forgot about the canal. Completely forgot about it. Like, no, just like absolutely no idea what happened with the canal. But, and the other thing, I was apparently supposed to put a tunnel through here. Yeah, that's kind of important. That's kind of important. So, hi cows, how's it going? Um, I actually think it's not the end of the world. We could probably fit the tunnel like right next to here and then put it. Yeah, I mean, I have enough coal to smelt all the cobblestone here, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, it's not the best situation to forget stuff like that. But now, it is nighttime. That's not great for me. I'm genuinely curious. Can we survive out here? Do I want to try and survive out here? Probably not. That's probably not a good idea, but I'll walk around anyways and probably get my house blown up. Oh, hey, cows look actually they do look different. Cows now have horns. There should seriously be more mobs. I mean, I saw the creeper over there, but there's seriously should be more mobs around here. There is a skeleton, so we're kind of at the status quo. I need like string, which is partly why I'm going out here and risking all of my stuff to do this. Um, and I probably shouldn't be doing that, but I'm not the smartest person in the world, as you can probably tell. Why am I holding my stone sword? Why do I still have my stone sword? There are a lot of questions to be answered in this episode, but for now, try and deal with this skeleton, maybe? Maybe not. Maybe let's not do that. Not sure who I want to deal with right now. Hmm. Yeah, that's concerning. I don't like that this creeper is over here, very close to my house. Very, very close to my house. I don't like that. I don't think there are any spiders around here, so, yeah. You know what I'm gonna do? Oh, well, yeah, I'm just gonna, not a big deal. Not a huge deal. Not a huge deal. Anyways, um, yeah, we have to get the grits. I actually think were we smelting glass? Like this is basically dementia. This is Minecraft with dementia because I've completely forgotten everything I was doing since the last time I recorded. Um, just a whole lot of stuff, lots of stuff I need to do. Scratch whatever I was going to do over here. Um, I have a tunnel to do. I have paths to make. I have obviously this brick roof to finish. That's the only thing I actually remember that I was supposed to do. Um, yeah, fun times. Not sure what I want to do first. I think probably go exploring because that's like the whole point of updating is to finally be able to go out there. Music! It's music! Finally, there is actual music. That is awesome. Dry Hands. It's not a terrible first song to hear in a Minecraft alpha. I can tell you, it certainly is loud. Very loud. I can barely hear anything else. Not even these cows. So, let's head out. See ya. Alpha Town. So there's spawn. Um, which way do I want to go, actually, though? It is a important thing to think about. I think the only place we really can go at this point is that way. I think this is the last update that really adds any big terrain things that I should be worried about, like things that I might want to worry about generating. So I think we are just free to explore anywhere we want. You gotta say, it is awfully quiet when you're sailing. I wasn't really able to capture that accurately in episode 4, but because, obviously I didn't have sound in that episode. I had sound, but you couldn't hear it, which was a problem. Don't think I actually created a backup, so yeah, really hoping everything is fine. I think that's Clay over there. At the very least, uh, shouldn't have any trouble finding the things we need to find. Unlike the cactus, we had to have a whole ordeal with getting lost and everything. And I have a boat, so it's just going to turn into sticks anyways. Why does it generate up here, though? I don't know. I don't know why the clay is generating above the surface. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe that's the original intention. I imagine this is relatively common, though. Uh, God, I'm going to need to deal with some of the things in my inventory. Probably should have done that before we left, but, well, as I said before, I'm not very smart. Um, okay. The fact that there is surface clay is actually good news because I really didn't want to have to deal with almost drowning. Also, our armor is really bad right now. Forgot about that. Should probably craft a boat. probably should craft another boat. Also, what am I gonna do when it turns nighttime? I'm hoping that we aren't put in a position like that, that we get enough clay so that we don't have to deal with that. But I have a feeling that's not really going to be possible. Wait a minute, can't we craft clay blocks? Am I really just being that stupid? Yeah, we can craft clay blocks. Okay, that's not going to be an issue then. We should be able to get everything we need before we head back out. There's plenty of clay on this shore, so yeah, no worries. Fun fact, I am recording this on the same day that Kurt J. Mack is set to complete his Farlands journey, so congratulations to him. Congratulations, I should say. I am barely old enough to actually. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. First of all, spiders, so there's definitely a spawner around here. Second of all, cactus looks different. So they were full blocks, I think, before this version. I think they've been changed to not be full blocks in this version. So, and they're really big. I don't think that was a problem last time. Man, it is a pain to craft these, though. I'm gonna need a sizable amount of clay to actually complete that roof. So, yeah, hopefully we don't have any trouble with that. Not too much, anyways. Okay, other order is finding the spider spawner. I need string. That's kind of a big deal, having string. I should be able to figure out exactly where this is coming from. Doesn't actually sound too far away. Yeah, I think it's this way. This time, let's not get ourselves killed. That would be preferable. Yeah, it's closer over here. Yeah, and I hear multiple, so that's just another indication. Yep, somewhere around here. Very loud, as usual. Don't have any control over that. They sound like they're coming from this way. There they are. There it is. Okay, so we're gonna have to deal with this, obviously. And we just nonchalantly crafted 32 torches, so that's also very fun. How do I deal with these guys? I don't. Well, they're pushing me, but they're not attacking me for some reason. That's weird. There's a chest over there. Actually, this isn't a terrible spider farm that I've unintentionally created. So we are ending day 34 and going into day 35 once the sun comes up. Plenty of string. That should solve our string problem. Last time I did this, I got obliterated. I don't think they can fit through here, so hopefully that isn't a problem. Okay, quick. Get this set up. All right, that should take care of that. It's weird. Chunk edge, I think, and sand up there. So let's not try to update that. I don't have enough room in my inventory for this string. I have too much dirt. I can probably get rid of that. I have saddles. Hey, I think we already had those, but that's cool. And more buckets. Although I'm not even sure if I really should take those. Um, hmm. Bread. Yeah. Well, I really need it. Famous last words. Honestly, why am I carrying wheat and not crafting any bread? That's a question. That is certainly a question. I don't need this. Yeah, I definitely don't need those. I can recraft those anytime I want, and I'm probably not going to need them for another couple of days at the very least. Okay, so it's nighttime. Let's see what we can do. We have iron. Don't actually think I want to preserve my inventory as much as possible. Oh yeah, what are the coordinates? I did actually reinstall the coordinate mod. So just note those down. Don't really need to write them down. I can just look at them later, hopefully. Hopefully this recording goes through. Hasn't happened yet, but imagine that it is going to happen at some point where one of my recordings get corrupted. I did have a scare recently with my editing software where Adobe decided, hey, all of your new recordings, they don't work anymore. Yeah, it's just they're not working anymore. All the recordings that you made with your new GPU, yeah, screw those. We're not gonna take those. So I had to downgrade to 2024. Um, Luckily, those recordings aren't corrupted or anything. A little worried about that. Um, Other things I can talk about. Fill the time here. Nice weather we're having. I don't think there's any weather in this version, but still, nice overcast night out there that we can't see at all. Yeah, I don't actually hear anyone. I imagine we could deal with them up there, but I don't have food, so I'd rather not take that risk. It might actually be closer to spawn might actually be closer to where we are right now than our house, so I don't know, maybe that'd be a risk worth taking. Oh, yeah, there is coal. Forgot about that. I mean, I don't want to update anything up there, but at the same time, I do need coal. What else? What else can we do? Not much, probably. Maybe I should battle the spiders. No, that's not a good idea. I only have 2 arrows, but arrows weren't the problem. We should like craft some of these actually. Yeah, probably should have counted how many brick blocks I was going to need. Actually, I don't think we need this cactus. We don't need this cactus at all. Why do I have it? I don't know why I have it. Don't know why I have it. Not much time to record these days, as I predicted. Um, Lots of things going on with the. Oh, honestly, just in my life in general, lots of things going on in terms of work to do and, uh, well, not having much time because I have to take care of a lot of stuff thanks to the economic situation right now. I have a work in progress realm for Cubic Utopia, which I will not be able to subsidize past the end of October, which means I need to get as much done in there as I can with my admins before, we can't actually work on it anymore. So that's fun. Very, very bad news. And that's about all I can talk about is bad things. I don't actually like it's not like nothing good is happening in my life. Like, I mean, this is an example of good things happening in my life. I also have a dog, but yeah, not much to talk about other than that. So I'm really hoping the sun comes up sooner than later. Well, would you look at that? Oh, wait, that's just a cloud. Never mind. Never mind. Uh, Here's some mobs out there stepping around. It's always fun to know that there is likely a hostile mob right above you. That's very, very fun. Considering it's not making noise, it's probably a creeper. That's even more fun to know. I don't know why I'm minding that. I don't have enough room in my inventory. Hey, hold on. That does look awful light. Yep, there we go. Yep. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? As I always do for some reason. Well, for good reason. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that was definitely a hostile mob. Yeah, I'm cheating. I'm kind of cheating with peaceful, but I don't have time. I really do not have the time to waste. All the passive mobs make noise, and the zombies and the skeletons and these spiders, as we learned, make noises. Sugarcane! Sugarcane over there. I forgot about that. We have sugarcane in this version as well. I'm just gonna like basically assume that I'm not gonna need more than 4 stacks of clay blocks for this. I really hope that's the case. Try and find as much clay as possible before I decide to go to that sugarcane over there. Maybe there's sugarcane over here. That would be even better. A little bit of a sad thing about Alpha is that you have so much great terrain, so much of it, and you can only build on like you only have time to build on like less than 1% of it. Very, very sad thing, but I am definitely appreciating the time I do have with this world right now. What I'm not appreciating is how slow it is to craft this. Man, oh man. Well, nice thing about this version is that you immediately get uh, your oxygen bar filled up like completely as soon as you leave the water, so that should make things a little bit easier. So one thing that the aquatic, well, maybe that wasn't, I don't think that was an aquatic thing, update aquatic thing, but one nice thing, one nice, probably what is a bug in this old version of the game that benefits me. Alright, well, there's still the bug with the leaf decay, by the way, where the leaves just decide, you know what, I know I'm a part of a tree, but screw it, goodbye. Trees definitely look more varied in this version, even more than the last one, where the big trees were introduced. There it is. There's my sugar cane. There's a cool hill over there. Won't be able to do anything with it, but it is cool. Please get me to another clay blob so we can finally just get out of here and get back to the base. Really, really need that right now. There it is. There's a clay blob. That tongue twister, at least for me. Does seem to be more coal in this version. I think we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it. This should hopefully be enough clay. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. So even if the sun does go down enough to where it becomes nighttime, what I should say is that if it does become nighttime, I probably won't get threatened too much because I'll be on a boat. Let's head out, shall we? Back to our abode. Don't mind if I do, actually, with this sugar cane. See if I can make it home just walking. I'm probably not doing a great thing right now by not getting a boat, but there's home. There's also a zombie. Pretty peaceful. And there's a spider. Oh, and a creeper. They're all joining us. I guess the ambush is happening. This was not a good idea. At all. But yeah, know what? This is an old version of C418, by the way. Yeah, this is an earlier version of whatever it is. Danny, maybe? Yeah, I think that was one of the first few songs. Ow. Oh my god. Jeez. He's like comboing me. I gotta get myself some food. Or just get inside. One of the two. Does not seem terrible out here, though, compared to what I encountered in the previous version. Not, it's still not inhabitable, but I should get started with. Oh, hold on. I have a feeling the pig over here is, yeah, not very smart. Getting himself hurt near the cactus. And I think he just died. Rest in peace. Empty up all of this crap. How is my armor still intact? That's strange. I mean, I ain't complaining, but slightly curious. Why don't I just barricade myself in clay? That sounds like a great idea. Gonna need much more coal for this. Yeah. Luckily, there's some right here. Oh, it is turning day. But I still am going to get ambushed at some point. You can see my bridge right over there. Whole day. Might not look like it, but that's just the underside of the overhang. Not again. We got in this time. Probably gonna have to deal with this for another 3 episodes. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Bricks, bricks, bricks. Let's see if we can get this roof done. I don't think we're even gonna come close. Oh god, that is terribly long to mine. Well, it is a start. Not quite what I had hoped to get done today, but it's enough. I'll get it done in between episodes. What? Can I put this on? Can I put this on anything? Just dirt. You can't put sugarcane on sand, just dirt. Wow. Well, I think I'm gonna close this one off. So, hopefully in the next one, I'll be able to finish the sugarcane and the tunnels and start working on everything else. But for now, thanks for sticking with me. Bye, yes.